The views expressed on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast are that of Jerry Cahill and guests, and not necessarily those of the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Nothing on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast should be considered medical advice. Such advice can only be given by a physician who is experienced with cystic fibrosis. The Boomer Esiason Foundation, Jerry Cahill and guests cannot be held responsible for any damage which may result from using the information on this podcast without the permission of your medical doctor. You're listening to the Jerry Cahill CF podcast presented by the Boomer Esiason Foundation and jerrycahill.com.
Welcome to Jerry Cahill's Living, Breathing, Succeeding podcast series. This show, Everyone Has WAHOOS in Life, The Choice is Yours, has been made possible with financial support from Mylan to the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Today you'll meet Anthony Espo, 37 years old from Brooklyn, New York. Anthony is relentless in maintaining a positive attitude and empowering people to overcome obstacles in life through exercise, nutrition, meditation, and a powerful family unit. After a rough childhood and the loss of his mom, Patrice, Anthony focused on his family business, his amazing childhood sweetheart, now wife, Joanne, and on working hard to overcome obstacles in life. Anthony is currently an exercise advocate, owning his own gym, Badass Academy, and focusing on assisting people with emotional and physical obstacles, including cystic fibrosis.
My name is Anthony Espo. I'm 37 years old. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I started studying martial arts at the age of 11. I was a very active kid, playing sports, playing basketball, racing bicycles, and always keeping active. Growing up, my mother was a single parent with 3 kids at home. I have an older brother and a younger sister. So she kept us very disciplined. She was very strict with us. So we always had a bunch of chores to do. I would get up at 5:30 every day before school, deliver 100+ newspapers. I would have to come home, cook my own breakfast because that's what she taught us to do. And then I would have to jump in the shower and get ready for school, start my day. After school, I would have to go directly to my mother's bicycle store, and I would have to work until the nighttime. She kept us very strict. And when I got home, I had to cook dinner. So everything was very much to a very tight schedule and to really teach us true value and worth. Throughout my course of obviously going to school and stuff like that, I met my wife, Joanne, who happens to be my high school sweetheart from 21 years ago. And we have a son named Anthony, and I try and also teach him the values that I was taught from when I was younger. So for about a year or so, I've been collecting my thoughts throughout all my experiences and people that I meet on a daily basis. And I decided to say, you know what? I want to write my own book. I know that I could reach people through words. Instead of being with them physically, instead of helping them how to work out, how to eat the right way, now I could reach a larger audience and help people get through everything that they're going through by reading. The book is called WAHOOS in Life. WAHOO stands for we all have our own shit in life. And yes, we all do. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what you have, what you don't have, we all have our own stuff in life. In the book, I speak a lot about staying disciplined, and that's a large contributing factor that anyone should have in their life to keep them moving forward. You need discipline in your life. Without discipline, you can't stay consistent. And without consistency, you'll never move forward. The discipline in my life that keeps me grounded and moving forward is one, I wake up every single day, I meditate for 5 minutes, deep breaths in through my nose, out through my mouth. And then I have a tall glass of warm water with a half a lemon squeezed into it and a pinch of pink Himalayan salt for natural electrolytes. I'm a big believer of my input is my output. From there, if I'm good for me, in turn, my first and foremost, I could be good for my wife and my son, my family, and then I could be good for everyone around me. I help people in a number of ways. You know, one of the first things that I help them with is physically, right? A lot of people are out of shape or want to get healthy, so it starts physically for me because of owning the gym. Second, I touch on their nutrition, right? And it doesn't mean, just eating garbage or anything like that. It means what's your intake? What are you putting in? What minerals are you getting in? What nutrients? Are you taking any vitamins, supplements, all that stuff? And then it goes into if they have an emotional handicap or maybe a physical handicap such as cystic fibrosis, and understanding the importance of exercising just in general for a healthy body, for a healthy mind overall. It's very important. In my book, I reference a lot of people and the experiences that I've had with them. However, I mask their name by putting a letter this way to keep it a little bit private for the person themselves and to let everyone know you're not alone. My favorite chapter in the book is chapter 4, B.A.T, balance, acceptance, and tolerance. The reason that this chapter is one of my favorites is because one of the biggest impacts that made me come up with this is when I was in the fire department, in the academy, going through it. My mother was battling cancer, and I had to use balance, acceptance, and tolerance in my life to make a very big decision. And that was either stay in the fire academy for 6 months or spend those 6 months or 2 days or 2 weeks with my mom who was dying of cancer. So I had to choose between one or the other, and I chose staying with my mother to spend her last dying moments with her, so I wouldn't be away from her. A lot of what I speak about in my book is very raw. It's very unfiltered, and the reason being because a lot of people don't speak about that. So one of the chapters that I have written in there is called Uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable before being comfortable again. And by being uncomfortable, it's a huge growing factor for any of us. So one of the main things that I want readers to walk away with after they read WAHOOS in Life is that they have a choice. No matter what, they have a choice, and they have to continue to keep moving forward. I end every chapter with the choice is always yours because the choice is always yours. Everything that you do is your choice. So if you choose to do something or not to do something, it's still your choice. So I want to remind everyone that everything they do, it's their choice. My goal is to be able to help people physically and emotionally on a daily basis. Whether they're encountering depression, whether they have a weakness, a handicap, I either want to expose them to that if they're not facing it, and I want to help them overcome it. I want to help them battle every war that they're going through and know that they're going to come out at the end and feel the best that they've ever felt in their life. I also want to remind people that they're not alone and they always have a choice. And at the end of the day, no matter what is going on, they have to continue to keep moving forward, no matter what. And with my upbringing and my childhood and the experiences that I've had throughout my life, my mother having cancer and passing away from it, people that I know, especially with cystic fibrosis, it's helped me be able to help someone else see the brighter day and help them get through everything that they're going through. If my mom was here right now, I would like to thank her for making such an impact on my life, which helped mold and grew me into a person that I am today. So thank you, Mom.